out and run some routes. And it's kind of always my mindset, don't worry about the circumstances, just get it done. And I think today went really well.
These scouts, any team that's looking at you has a boatload of film as much as you started here. What are you trying to show them, either throwing or in discussions, that they wouldn't know by looking at the film?
Yeah. I mean, one of the things too is I wanted to show that I can throw the deeper throws. And some of those roll-out 20-yard crossing routes, I got to throw to both sides. The deeper comebacks, the deeper outs, the deep posts there at the end, and to Dottie and throw that deep one, put it on the money for him. And that's something that I wanted to come out and do today. Is obviously my short to intermediate game has always been, one of my strong points, and I also know in my head that I can make all the deep throws. And obviously I was limited a little bit this year, but I wanted to come out there and do that today. And whether it was someone down the sideline or some of the guys taking deeper routes, I wanted to throw when it got to 15, 20, 25 and beyond. That I'm still very accurate in that situation.
Cody, what's been the craziest thing in this whole process since the season ended? Whether it was an interview, something, what's been the craziest thing?
I don't know. I think just the whole process as a whole has been, different. The Senior Bowl is obviously kind of my first taste of it, and that was a little different. We got there and it was, you're meeting with scouts until 1 a.m., midnight.
Wow.
Then you wake up at 7 a.m., 6 a.m., learning the playbook, go to practice, meetings all day. Then you meet with scouts again until, you get no sleep. But, I've taken advantage of every opportunity, whether it's the Senior Bowl, the Combine today, Pro Day, some of the private workouts I've had. I've taken advantage of all those. And even though it may, do the same thing over and over and over, it's kind of the first time you're talking to that coach. So you got to go into it as, you only get one first impression. And I'm trying to, make a good one on every team and every scout and every coach that I encounter.
Cody, do you think there's anything about your game that you've changed or really improved upon since the end of the season?
I think, just today showing, my arm strength and kind of stepping into my throw a little more. And we watched film, with my quarterback coach, Coach Calhoun, and a lot of that came from, this year for me was I wasn't stepping into my throw enough, and I was kind of moving around a little bit, and as my fault, worrying about, the defensive line or the line or what's going on there, and I didn't step into my throw as much. I kind of fell back, and we, eliminated that this whole, process, and got to come out today and, throw, like I said, the deep comebacks, the deep digs, the crossing routes, the deep posts, and, be able to throw that with velocity and still keep the same accuracy that I've always, kind of taken pride in having.
How many throws were in your script?
We ended up we had close to 60, 55, 60. I think we had some of the scouts they wanted to see more. We probably got close to about 50 of them, 50, 55 maybe.
If you had to say right now, do you kind of have in your mind, based on whoever has talked to you, that I bet you one of these, I go to one of these 2 teams, 5 teams, you got a sense?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of crazy because maybe you start to get that, or okay, I've talked to them 3 times.
Right.
Then you don't hear from them, and then another team starts calling you a lot or talking to you a lot, or especially at, the Combine, you sit down with the team and talk to a coach that you thought, you've been talking to a lot, and the next thing you meet with them, it's crazy, because it's hard to really think about that. And, what we've been told is a lot of coaches kind of play games too, obviously, to put other coaches off, don't want to give away who they're looking at. And so if you try to overthink that too much, it's going to drive you crazy, or where you're going to go, or, what round you're going to go and where you're going to end up, all those things. So for me, I've kind of just kept my head down and kept quiet and just worked as hard as I can. And been, really hard working at Proactive, down Orange County with that group and Coach Calhoun, and that's kind of been my day-to-day basis, just work out, eat, sleep, and kind of keep that that same schedule.
You talk about first impressions with the NFL. This is kind of your last impression at USC with all your guys. What goes through your head thinking this is it? Yeah,
it was fun. I mean, I think that's, another reason why I played so well too, is just I played on this field, and Howard Jones, millions of times, and it was a great atmosphere to come out here, and like I said, the weather's perfect, everything was great, and the biggest thing for me was that all eyes were on me, and I kind of love that, not necessarily attention, but that pressure and how demanding that can be, and coming out here with, especially with the guys, like I said, that I've never thrown with before. Even my brother Sean, who got to come catch, we've never thrown before, and we just met up, about a week and a half ago and got maybe 3 workouts in, and they came out and ran great routes, and I think we maybe had 1 or 2 balls the whole day on the ground, and it was a great workout, and I was really impressed with how they responded, especially Trey and Soma and Jaleel, and it was fun, to get one last time on Cromwell.
Cody, have you had a chance to maybe talk to some of the past USC quarterbacks?
Yeah, I had a really good talk with Matt. Yeah, we got
You got your one-on-one.